you guys were a little bit nervous going back into the studio after so many years, and kind of thinking, as obviously after, you know, everything that's been happening, and you were like, oh, do we want to be musicians anymore because you have families now? Like, what was your mindset prior to going into recording, and then how did that evolve?
Yeah, our first record came out 20 years ago, you know, so we've been doing it for a while now, and every record, it's like, okay, what are we doing? We all have families now. It's like, is this where, I mean, it's never really a question of is it worth it, but you know, you start thinking like, do people still like us? Does it matter? Should we put things out? You know, and so you know, it's always a question, and then you put something out and it gets great response, and then you're like, wow, okay, this is awesome. This is what we want to be doing, and very happy to do it. But yeah, it's hard to be in a band and, you know, leave your families, go 75 million miles away from your home and hang out and play awesome shows in Australia. No, it's you know, you got to balance it out, and but it was I don't know, yes, it was a very cool process to get back in and make another record, and yeah, it felt right, and the songs turned out great. The energy's back, and you know, we're rejuvenated and ready, and I think the album's fucking great. So
yeah, well, it's cool to hear you talk about that though, because it's like, as successful as you are with this 20-year career, it's kind of nice in some ways to know that, you know, at this level you still suffer from like a bit of imposter syndrome from time to time.
Absolutely, yeah. I never think that I'm good enough ever. It's like, you know, I always want to do something better. You always want to, you know, improve on everything you do, and I'll never lose that mindset. And I think that's, you know, how you get better at things, and that's how you end up being successful. But also then you're constantly like never happy with anything. You know, it's like, it's not good enough. It's not good enough. But yeah, I think it's you kind of have to be like that.